Hi, it's just on TV back with another video, and it's a video that I kind of don't want to do, but you know, it's something that needs to be said anyway, and that's the SPL league is finished. It was confirmed last night that the league had been finished. Now, depending what channel or what website you go on, in other words, if you go by Sky Sports, apparently they're saying that it was SPL or SPFL board. If you go by BBC Sport, it apparently says that I think it was the 12 clubs or representatives had voted for the league to be finished, and basically it means Hearts have been relegated and Celtic have won the league. Now, I've always said or thought two ways should happen. If the league or the fixtures can't be finished, then the league should be cancelled, it should be void. If you can get the league done, like we've seen in Germany this week, the Bundesliga started up again. So if they can get their games in it, you know, whether it goes to Bayern or Dortmund, the Bundesliga, you know, fair enough. But I think it's something that if, you know, like I say, if the league could be finished or there was a date given to be finished the league, then fair enough. If the league couldn't be finished, then I think it should have been, or no games would be played, then it should have been cancelled. But for some reason, obviously, depending on who you want to go by, the SPFL have come out and said that the league's finished. And what annoys me more, and this is what has annoyed me, is that truthfully, I'm not bothered if Celtic got their title or not. I think it was something that was probably you know, about 90% likely, as it stood anyway. But as it's been said, or it looks, or it had looked anyway, that I think Celtic had, there was some like 8-9 games depending on the team. Obviously, I think Rangers had 9 games, so you know, 90s, you know, it was still possible to win for Rangers to win the league. If someone came out and said it's impossible and the league had been stopped when it did, then I suppose I know it would kind of make sense. But I think the fact that you've got a league where, you know, obviously depending on what position you're in, either could get top 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 or whatever, and to basically have the league finish. But as I've seen quite a few comments on Facebook, someone said, or a few people said, what about the cups? Which it makes it even more puzzling of, if you can finish the league but yet you've got a cup run that's left, what's going to happen with that? Of course, and obviously the main point was Rangers are still in the Europa League, and it makes it very strange that you can finish, or the SPFL finish the league, but UEFA apparently said that you can't do anything until any team that's in a European competition the league can't be finished. So it kind of makes it strange that you've got a cup competition still to run. I think it's the 10th, and you've got Rangers in Europe, which, you know, whether this happens or not, I think there was rumours something about August, I think, or July were kind of the dates given. But if the Europa League game can be played, and then, you know, we could then see obviously whether the league would have been finished, or if Rangers would keep, you know, win against Leverkusen going to the next round. Obviously the league would possibly have to stay open, but it's just something that annoys me that the league's finished. Yeah, I had nothing wrong with the league finishing. Like I said, the league could have been finished months ago. The only thing that annoys me is that the 2 points that I've said, you know, if you're going to stop the league should be scrapped completely. Now, this isn't kind of having a go at, whether Celtic were top or Rangers were top. To me, if you can't finish the league when there's games to be played, then scrap the league. I know there was some talks or rumours saying that the SPFL were going to do a league reconstruction again, which would then obviously make things a bit difficult, but according to some rumours it didn't get voted through or it never happened. But whether it's league reconstruction or not, I think, or whoever's top and whoever's bottom, I'm not bothered if, whether it's Hearts, Kilmarnock, Hamilton, the league to me should have been scrapped if the game if they weren't gonna try and at least get the remaining 8-9 games. And obviously the main thing is Celtic getting them 9 in a row, which is more how they won it. I wouldn't have been bothered if they'd had basically gone unbeaten and they were absolutely impossible to catch, whether it was mathematically possible or not. If they came out and said within December, Celtic have won the league, fine, I'm not got a problem. The fact that it's still, or it was mathematically possible for Rangers to catch or possibly win the league is more annoying. That the boards or the SPFL have decided not to scrap the league but award Celtic the title and relegate Hearts. I know, or it's been stated that I think Anne Budge or the Hearts owners basically said they're going to look into a lawyer to state their case. So whether that happens or not, I think there's going to be a lot more problems in Scotland. I know a lot of people are saying that the league's now a joke, or people said it's a joke regardless. I think it's something that when this coronavirus hit, yes, I know no one was sure if it'd be days, weeks or months, but I think when it was more looked to be months, I think there should have been talks, whether it had been the board themselves or with clubs, to try and at least give ideas or try and take ideas to then consider whether the league would start, whether trophies would be handed out, whether it be, like I say, the Tenants Cup still got to be played. So it seems to be more of a mess than an idea now. I know Germany had obviously, they started theirs, but I'm sure most people would, if the Bundesliga goes from now till their finish date, and whoever, whether it's Bayern win the league or Dortmund win it, and I think, whoever is bottom or bottom two get relegated, I think more people are going to probably accept it. But, I think the SPFL should have had an idea of going, right, if we can, what happens if, we start the league, could we do this? If not, could we do that? But it just seems that the board or certain people in the board have just gone, yeah, we'll do that, relegate whoever, we'll just finish the league and whoever position is people are in, that's how it's going to finish, and stuff, how many games are left and points, and that's what annoys me. But we'll see what happens. But big thanks to everyone that's been watching. If you're not or haven't, please support the channel, hit the like button, hit the subscribe button, and yeah, I'll see you in the next video. Alright guys, I'm out.